Hello 4K friends, this is Mrs. Fondre here, and today for art we're going to be talking about different lines and colors. Now, I know we've all had fun playing with lines and colors in class already, but I wanted to know if you knew that some of these lines have names. Do some of them have names? They do. And we're going to practice drawing a few of them together, okay? And you're actually going to be needing 6 smaller pieces of paper for this. So if you're at home, you could very easily cut some in half, or you could use a paper chopper if you happen to have one, or even if you don't have the scissors, you could fold it. Get it really folded nice, fold it the other way, fold it again really crisp, and tear it, okay? I have a bunch of 6 by 6 inch squares here, and that's what we would be using in class this week, but whatever you have at home will work with me, okay? So the first piece of paper is actually going to be for the color red, okay? So at home, I would like you to use either crayons or color pencils for this. If you have markers and that's the only thing you have, you could use markers, but I usually stay away from markers sometimes because they have so much ink, which is watery, liquidy color, that your paper gets weaker and is more likely to rip. So I don't want any of your projects to rip. So if you have marker and you have nothing else, marker will work. But you want to use color pencils or crayons if you have them. I want to use our 6 main colors, okay? We're going to start with our warmer colors, which would be red, orange, and yellow. And then we have our cool colors, which is green, blue, and purple or violet. Isn't it crazy how close the green or the blue and the purple look? They're pretty similar, so you gotta be really careful. You make sure you get the right one when you're using it. So for our project today, each paper is gonna get its own color. So if I'm gonna color red on this paper, should I pick up an orange and start adding orange? Not for this project. Today we're gonna just focus on colors and making lines with them. And you know, if you even have color pencils and crayons, you could use both. It'd be kind of fun to experiment with both of them, right? So I'm gonna move my camera down so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better at my desk here. And with each piece of paper, you're gonna practice drawing some lines. Now I know boys and girls love to scribble at this spot in their life. And what scribbling looks like, I think you already know, but I'm gonna show you, is just making lots of free-flowing lines that are kind of all over the place. But today, we're going to practice trying to draw very straight lines, which is kind of tricky when we're just learning. So, for our first one, we're going to use the color red. And I want you to practice drawing some very smooth, straight lines. And the ones that go up and down, like this, are called vertical lines. Can you say vertical? Vertical, yeah. So you can draw as many of those as you want. Maybe you want to do some with your color pencil and your crayon. See that there are thin and thick lines. That's kind of fun. And the lines that go the opposite way, that are long, are called horizontal lines. Can you say horizontal? Horizontal. Yeah, it's a really fun word. And this kind of reminds me of the candy cane. So those are some straighter lines and not so scribbly. And there's also ones that kind of go in the middle, that go a long way, that don't quite go straight up and down or straight side to side. Those are called diagonals. So we're just practicing drawing some really straight lines today, because I know we like to color really fast, but this time we're going to take our time and go nice and slow. All right. There's even 2 really fun lines that you can try as well. One of them is called a zigzag. Can you say zigzag? zigzag is so fun to say because it has a Z in it. And that kind of goes back and forth and back and forth. And it's okay if your lines are crossing each other. It's okay if they are overlapping. We're just practicing drawing straight lines today. Okay. And the last line that I want you to practice drawing a few times is your wavy line. Okay. I have some room over here, so I'm going to fit in a wavy line. It goes up and down really gently, kind of like a zigzag, but it's not as pointy. You see my zigzags have points right here. We want to keep it nice and smooth. So those are the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lines that we're going to practice drawing. Now, as you can see at home, my friends watching that are helping out with this, I just drew lines anywhere because we're working with the color red and we're working on lines. So as long as you're really taking your time and practicing, because we're trying to grow into better, neater drawers instead of scribblies. All right, that's our next step in our artistic development. And I want you to do this with each color because by the time you're done, you would be able to put all of your pieces together and make a color book out of it, okay? And I would normally make a cover to put on with a color book for 2020 with your student's name on it, but this year is a little different, and this project worked out well at home, even if you can't get a pretty fancy cover just like so. Anyways, if you have any question, feel free to email me or to contact me at Seesaw, all right? So I look forward to seeing all of these beautiful, colorful lines that you come up with. Happy coloring!